Hey guys, this is Danny with Guitar for Life Studio. Thanks for joining us today. I want to go through part 2 of our practice series on what to practice and how to practice it, and what really constitutes a good practice versus just kind of going through the motions and learning stuff but forgetting it right away. That's what we kind of went through in part 1. You need to learn the material great, then you need to practice, over and over and over again, and the repetition. Then after that, then you need to apply it, and that's kind of where we left it last time. What I'd like to talk about today is another 3 things, okay, that we need to group together so that we get the most out of our practice. The first thing that we like to talk about is technique. Everybody talks about technique, and no one wants to spend 5 hours a day going through scales and going through exercises, but it is a necessary evil if you want to get good at what you're doing. Now, unless you want to be Yngwie or Jason Becker or Steve Vai, doing this for 5 hours a day isn't really all that necessary. But in order to learn tunes and to learn them fast and to be able to incorporate the things that you're learning, having ease with your tools really is what is necessary. Okay, and so what that means is that we've got to take some time and do our exercises. Okay, technique comes in a lot of different ways. There's chord etudes, there's scale etudes, there's finger exercises. There's all of these different things. If you devote some time every day to these things, it's going to make your life a little bit easier when it comes down to actually learning tunes and playing live. Okay, second thing that you need to do is you need to study your fretboard theory. Okay, what fretboard theory is basically learning the notes on your guitar, learning how they work together, learning how chords are made and where they land on your fretboard, learn how scales are made and the theory behind that, and being able to find those on your fretboard, and also chord progressions and movements. We need to know the theory, but we need to not just take a class on composition or a class on music theory. That's one thing, but being able to find it on your guitar, okay, that's the main thing. What we can do too, just to save time, because we all are kind of racked on time, we can combine the technique along with our fretboard theory and do both things at one time. Okay, doing scales and doing sequences, and we're going to work on all that. You're going to see videos in the near future on all of the different things that you can do and that we teach at Guitar for Life. You're going to see a lot of that stuff, but right now, just in your own practicing, you know that you've got scales that you've got to learn. You know that there's different finger exercises that you're being asked to do by your teachers, and this is something that I hate doing it. It's kind of boring. I just want to learn tunes. That's great. You should be able to do that, but do the technique and do the fretboard theory. And then our third thing is our repertoire. Getting to know our songs, learning our solos, okay? The more you learn, the more songs you learn, the more you're going to get out of your practice session, okay? And that's the big thing. If you're working on your technique and you're working on your fretboard theory, the songs are going to come a lot easier. Okay, the solos are going to come a lot easier. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it's going to be a lot easier if you're doing your finger exercises and getting your fingers all warmed up and ready to go and trying some different things. Also, knowing where all these different chord patterns are or chord forms and that where they're located on your guitar are going to make things a lot easier, especially when you're doing arpeggios and doing different chord inversions. Okay, for different songs. So work on your technique, work on your fretboard theory, your music theory, and applying it to your fretboard, and then also keep up with the repertoire. Really learn a song, learn it all the way through. All right, talk to you again soon. Thanks, this is Danny at Guitar for Life.